Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. This is Derek, Professor Silly Gaming, and we are returning to Fallout 4. Is Fallout 4 broken? If we're trying to build settlements on the Xbox Series S in the year 2022. We are at Oberland Station, and we are building a greenhouse here. Like I said last time, this is part 2 of Oberland. I'm going to build up to the settlement size limit, and then I'm going to build beyond it. I haven't done that on any of the settlements in this series yet, since this is a fairly small area in which to build. I thought this would be a good time to push that variable and see what happens. Towards that end, I thought it would be nice to build them some place to sleep besides that switching tower with the two mattresses. So I'm building them a little cottage, and I'm doing that in the corner of the build limit area over here. This will serve as part of the wall. So the wall / fencing is not going to be continuous all the way around the settlement. I want the folks here to be able to attack things that are coming in and to chase them and to have routes that they can go so they don't get stuck up against a wall. That said, having stuff within each corner does make sense. So we're going to nestle their little cottage over here in the, what would be, it'd be the northeast corner of the settlement area. So that said, I don't want anything too boxy, obviously. I want it to be interesting. So what I'm doing is I'm building a little, it'll be a fenced-in patio that's down here in the corner, and then there'll be a staircase leading up to their actual sleeping area. And that way, I can create a wall. It's the lowest section of the area. It's sunk down lower than everything else. So this will create a natural, just concrete wall that I can then apply some turrets to, as well as part of fencing. I'll have fencing butting up into it as well. And as always, I don't want all of these railings to match all the way across. Gonna stick mostly with wood though. I don't know if I really want to put any steel along in here. Keep it kind of feeling like the rest of the place so far. Obviously there's steel walls with all the warehouse pieces of the greenhouse, and the stairs are steel, of course, but that's neither here nor there. All right, I'm gonna keep working on this, and then we'll move on. All right, with that started, I'm gonna get back to finishing the roof of the greenhouse, which I haven't actually done yet. So let's get up here and let's work to start putting this thing together once and for all. And I think we'll start by putting a row of windows that are arranged vertically along this edge here. It looks like there's a little bit of a gap, but you know, it is what it is. When I was building with mods, there was these little pieces you could put in place so that would have fit in there really nicely and made it look pretty. But alas, building in vanilla doesn't quite work the same. I do need to have this come down this side if I want it to create a sloped roof. Otherwise, rain would collect and come in the holes. That's no good. I know rain doesn't really do that, but I still want to build it as if like it was real world physics, etc. So with that done, now we need some half walls here for warehouse style. Windows, but with the warehouse framing. And then a roof. We want the roof with the rafter, like that. And then we shall put in some glass pieces. And let's try these pieces. I don't know if I'm going to stay with these in the final product, but for now, let's put them in. And I can always change my mind later. And yeah, I'm changing my mind on that. The whole idea of having that rafter across there, I think, is more important than that little bit extra light. So we're going to use these pieces. That way, we've got the continuous rafters across that heightened section. I think that makes more sense to me. Now, as far as the back side of here, we've got one of these corner pieces over here. If I want to make it symmetrical, I could put another corner piece over there. I don't know if I want to make it symmetrical, but let's start here, see how it looks. I can always change my mind later. So we need another one of those diagonal walls to go here then, like that. Perfect. It just works. And then really, we have a pretty simple shape here. So if I put in some of these half walls with windows here and here, then I can just put some sloped... Are those backwards? I think they are. There we go. That's better. Perfect. That just creates a simple sloped section here, which two sloped ceilings should take it. We won't want to use the ones with the rafters because there's nothing for them to connect to. So we'll use the ones that are just normal without that extra supports. Not that one. These. And yeah, less holes would be better there. And then a complete one? Yeah. Alright, and that is the basic outer shape. Right, let's take a look at it from down here. Alright, I don't hate it. Should probably put some lights in there for nighttime. We're going to need more than one generator if we're going to do that, obviously. But, you know, we can do that. We can also add windmills as well. They don't produce a lot of energy, but they look cool and they do add up. Now this top corner, I'm not sure what I want to do up here yet. Will one of these... I mean, I could group select it into place. I could put something like this up here to take a sizable amount of that corner up. It does have an opening in the back, so I could have room to go in there, but definitely not the bus. Maybe not. I don't know yet. On the other hand, if I come over to this side, now I didn't use the gate down on the other side of here because I wanted to try something different. Here, though, the gate makes a bit of sense. So I'm gonna work at getting this gate in. Now it's a hill, so on the one hand, I want to probably sink it enough that it doesn't look like the sides are floating, but not so much that the doors are totally in the ground. Probably want the doors to open inward like I'm doing right now, because that's going to make more sense. If I have them open outwards, they'll definitely be going into the ground. It'll look really stupid. Like so. All right, let's check the ends. Let's open it, see what it looks like when it opens. All right, I don't hate that. When it closes, it does kind of clip into the rail slightly, but not bad. Just recenter it slightly, and frankly, the tires on the ends don't look bad either. So let's open it again. Yeah, I don't hate that. That's fine. Excellent. And so yeah, the tires over here look fine to me. The cinder blocks over here look fine to me. I think that works. All right, I replanted the food in the greenhouse. I did that when it was dark, and then slept till daytime. I need to stop building at night because, frankly, it doesn't really show very well. Obviously, I'm going to put some doors on those at some point, but I'm not in a big rush to do that because I like to be able to move in and out. Although, when you're a jet, you're a jet. No, when you're building, you can just hit A, move it, and then release it, and it goes into the spot. As far as which door to use, I mean, the broken door is kind of cool. I want to check to see where the hinges are so that it will open out, not in. So that's that door. It's delightfully broken. Again, we're going to have some pretty good defenses around the entire outside perimeter, so it's okay that the doors don't look super secure. Now, on this one, because it's the greenhouse, I want to use that door specifically so that it fits the motif a little better. All right, so going back to this structure, all I have so far is the outer deck and then just this corner of what the building is going to look like. Now, I have this staircase centered so that I can put a door frame right here. Now, I'm thinking that I want to use barn pieces so that it looks appropriately like a home. So this is the door that's going to go to the little patio. I can put like a little grill down here, some chairs and whatnot, and it's a place that they can sit in relative security. And then if something's coming from the south, they can also hide behind the fencing and shoot. So obviously, I'm going to want to make this bigger than just a single square. There's a little hole down there, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get concrete down in there. So that hole is going to bug me. I need to find something to go there to cover the hole. All things considered, this is probably the best idea. It completely covers the hole. It looks functional. It is floating, but I'll get it down into position. Just going to need to move it out, group select it with a pole, and get it down into position so that it's okay if it's sunk into the ground in the front a great deal, because as long as it's covering the hole and doesn't look like it's floating in the back corner, it's fine. So that's what I'm going to do. Like so. All right, move that out of the way. And obviously it doesn't animate till I actually open or whatnot, but it is a storage thing. So now they have like a little place that they can put garbage, and then when it's full, they can chuck it over. If I have a fence here, they can chuck it over the fence or whatever they're going to do with it. It doesn't matter. Now, I do want to have a bit of non-human protection over here as well. So it'll be easy enough to build a little turret stand. I can connect it right to this wall. Don't need to be fancy with it. Don't need to group select nothing. Just connect the little quarter floor. Put a post in to so it looks like it's supported as far as weight goes and everything. Doesn't quite reach the ground. That's okay. I can just it should snap to the bottom if I get there it is. That'll hold it up, and then we just put a turret on it, and we need to wire it up. And so a laser turret up here. Get it a little farther forwards so that it can clear everything. And then to wire it up, we'll just get a couple of these wall conduits. Put one right there. That's the one that will wire to it. Then we'll have one here. That's what will wire through the ground to the generator. And ta-da! It is up and running. That brings our defense up to 16, because now we have 2 laser turrets, one in the bus, one on the side of the building there. There is the greenhouse, pretty well completed. I want to take a break from building, so I'm going to go rescue Nick Valentine and do that real quick, because mostly just because I kind of just want to play. So I'm going to go rescue Valentine, and then we'll come back and keep building. Okay, I'm not at all surprised by this particular crash, and it's kind of hard to see what's going on. I got through the entire thing with rescuing Nick really easily. Having it not be on survival, I was basically able to run and gun the entire thing. No problems. Got out with Nick, sent him back to Diamond City, and was walking back because this is a part of the game where I've tended to have it crash before, and so with Curie, we came across a bunch of raiders, got into a firefight, and this is me looking down, taking cover, and yeah. Not surprised that the game froze here. So, fortunately, I was able to quick save after my last discussion with Nick, so I can go back and then I can just fast travel. All right. Regardless, let's get back to actual building. So I want to start attaching some junk fencing to this corner. So the corner of the house will create part of the perimeter, and I'm going to attach or place some junk fencing next to it to, again, further secure the perimeter, so that if anything's attacking, or if we're going to go out, that it's within a certain, funneling. It funnels the enemies in particular ways, and then I got laser turrets, etc., etc. Keep doing what I'm doing. All right, I think I want to recess the sections where the farmers will sleep. So to do that, I'm going to put a little half wall up here, and then I'll put another half wall below that, and that'll allow me to attach the floor here at the right height easily. And then because it's going to be a bedroom, we'll get rid of at least that bottom one so that they can have some privacy. So put a solid one in its place. That way the windows are a little bit higher up in general. But let's do this smaller window because again it's a bedroom. And so with that in place, we'll need to start figuring out what we're going to do with the roof. Do I want to do a full wall and then have a singular roof, or that seems like that'd be too tall for a bedroom? So I'm not sure about that. Yeah, so another window on this side, and now let's take a look at it from inside. And yeah, I'm not going to like the way that's going to work with the roofing, so let's remove this piece and put the other one back in, and then we'll put a little triangular piece in there to have a slope, so we can use one of those roofs. So we need a triangular piece. This one, right there. Perfect. All right, and then that way I can put a little stairway in there, and they won't hit their head when they're going in. Should be. Let's test it. So we want the staircase all the way next to the wall. It's gonna be small and tight in this little room, but I'm not looking to make a mansion for these folks. So it is what it is. All right, for the sake of comfort, we probably want to have a rug in here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get a rug in with the stairs already in position. So let's just move those out temporarily. Let's get ourselves a nice, big, gross-looking rug. Should fit in here just right. And then I should be able to snap the stairs back into place. Oh yeah, definitely. All right, now as far as a bed, this is all the bigger the room's going to be. So as far as a bed, we need something that's not terribly large. So not one of those. Maybe those. Probably a mattress. So let's just make sure it's facing the right direction. Okay, and it wasn't. So turn that around. Excellent. All right, and we'll put it roughly here. That does beg the question as far as like where they're going to put their stuff, clothes and whatnot. So normally any bedroom is going to have a dresser of some sort, and there's really not going to be room to put a dresser and still have people be able to walk around in here. So I have an idea. I'm going to put together and I'll show you. All right, apologies that it's getting so late at night. I'm just kind of readjusting stuff now. So what I did is I put one of these in. Now, yes, it's clipped slightly into the wall and it's clipped slightly into the stairs, but it's a place that they can put storage in, that they can put clothes and stuff. It sits right above the bed. Now, I'm kind of inspired here by some like the micro rooms that you see like in some like Japanese architecture, or any place where there's so many people that there's just not room to have huge apartments. All right, I think the sun's actually coming up. I actually worked through the night, which I'm trying not to do because it's really hard to see, but we're actually getting some amount of visibility. So I put this other wall up on this side. I put one with huge holes in it. This is on the other side. This is the laser turret that is facing. Never eat shredded wheat. Facing east. I still get west and east confused, and I learned that in elementary school. Going clockwise from the top. Never eat shredded wheat. Just like remember which side is east and which side is west. So I kind of like the idea that they would be able to like access the turret easily from inside rather than having to necessarily go around. Although that still leaves a lot of holes. So I'm still going to use that, but let's get a bigger piece to put in that spot, and then I'll move that to the right. And then they can the idea is they can pull that little bit of wood aside to work on the turret from inside if they need to. And there we go. All right, so there's still a bit of a hole there, but that's okay. I'll move that aside. Feel like that's probably good enough. They can look through there for the laser turret and whatnot. Oops, fell off. So this is starting to take some shape. I'm going to have a second bedroom. I'm assuming that these farmers aren't like, married or anything like that. So 2 separate little bedrooms, small little living room area. Yeah, this is about as far as we're going to get this week. This is going to be a multiple week project, it looks like. So, yeah, let's wrap it up. All right, so next week we will get the house finished, and I have a bunch of ideas for the back part of this area, the south side of the building area that we're going to get to next time, because we still need to have a place to work on weapons and armor. We still need maybe like a shop, and we definitely always want to have a bar/restaurant to increase happiness. We'll need to pull people forward for that. I need to send her to Starlight Drive-In so she stops interrupting me when I'm trying to do things. And yeah, again, we're going to take this build limit all the way up, and I even want to take it past the natural build limit. Let's start testing that. So we're going to make this one pretty packed. Until next time, you have a great rest of your whatever, and I will see you on the other side. Ta-ta.